Hey, how are you? Look at the wall this time, okay? I know in the last video or the one before that, it was looking ugly. Well, I didn't do much. I just threw those two canvases up there, but boy, is it colorful and pretty. I love it. And here I am showing you the oil pastels as I do, because shocker, we're using those again. Get used to it. I'm doing them on a wood slice again, because that's the vibe. And because I love that wall, I tried to put the wood slice on this easel and it simply did not work. As you can see, I leave it there for like a second, but then I just end up putting it in my lap and drawing in my lap. So, you know what? At least we get a few seconds with the pretty paintings in the background. Now, I was like analyzing it for a second there. I always look for cracks in the wood. Here I am. Also, I'm watching Endgame. And then here I am showing you the picture that inspired me. I've been having fun just looking up. I mean, I always look up flowers on Pinterest, but I've been looking for bouquets like this to kind of, I don't know, do on the wood slice. And now I'm picking the colors. I found an old sketchbook to scribble on to figure that out. It's a lot of oranges and hot pinks and fuchsia and maybe magenta. What's the difference between those two? Not sure. I just call everything pink. But I make sure to pick all the colors out, and because I also ended up taking this home and I would have forgotten. So I kind of just kept them all together. And there they are. Some oranges, I got the greens, even some dark red. You know I don't like red, but I liked that dark red in there, okay? Maybe it's called burgundy. Maybe not. I guess. But I wanted to do my fluffy flowers again, like the last one. As you can see, again, it's not working on there, so here I am, hunched over the wood slice. And I started just like outlining them, which I kind of did that last time, but I ended up doing that with everything. I spaced these weird, but it's okay, you know? I don't know what's going on, so I'm just hoping for the best. And then in the bouquet, it had these like flat petal flowers. That's how I'm describing it. That's how whatever. I don't know what flowers they are. And I liked those, so I added some of those in there, which is basically how I do my outline ones, but a little different. And now I'm adding white to everything because that's how I did it this time. And instead of just going back and forth on each flower, I kind of did the steps to all of them at once. And then I'm going back and adding to the yellow. It's like an orange yellow, and then I added the little yellow flowers over there. And now I'm working on these flowers, and I have my little blending tool. I already did the white, so it's like once I did the outline of the dark pink, I just blended that down, and it has a cool blendy look. Yep, just like that, blendy. And then I'm going back, I decided to make that flower bigger, jumbo flower, going back and forth with the colors, with the pink, or with the fuchsia, if you want to call it that, and then with the, but you see, also, I took a break, I got distracted by this porcupine. I didn't know what it was, and then it says it's a porcupine in the caption. And I was like, I've never seen a porcupine up close, I don't think. Not even in a picture. I don't remember what they look like. It was really weird and cute. But moving on. I've actually been I get distracted usually while painting or doing anything because of TikTok. And I deleted it off my phone for like a whole weekend. And then I had to post something, and so I was like, fine, I'm getting it back. And then I posted something, and I deleted it again. I've decided to keep it on my phone, but I have much better self-control now. I know everybody's like, get off of TikTok, it'll help your brain, and I'm always like, leave me alone. But unfortunately, they're right. If you use it like I do, where you just mindlessly scroll, and while you're scrolling, you're just like, get me out of here, but you can't leave. And so yeah, I get on it to upload, and then I leave. But who knows how long that's gonna last. I am looking at my following, because you can look at their For You page or the following, and I noticed I added a lot more. But if I do get on it, I just want to scroll for a little bit, then I just look at my following, because you can control what you see on there, you know? It's people you follow. The For You page stresses me out, and I get lost on there, you know, forever, for hours. So, yeah, I loved how sometimes I did the yellow background. Also, you can see me fidgeting several times. There was another time where I was doing something weird with my hands, and you know what? That's just part of the process. Also, I did yellow centers in some of those little pink flowers, but in those, I added orange, and then I did the red fuchsia-ish. I did the fuchsia orange, because there's a dark orange too, but it's also bright. It's like a bright dark orange. But my favorite thing was the darker red around it, the little circles, and the little dots, you know? You can kind of see that. You can't really see anything because this is an angle, you know? It's not, I say this in every, it's okay. I don't have to apologize. You're here, I'm here, we're just doing our best, right? Yeah, we are. Now I really liked when I added this light yellow. It's a different shade than that orangey yellow, and I really liked how it looked with the other colors. And I added another little flower over there, which is kind of as if one of these others. I'm pointing at it, but you can't see. Oh, look, we're in a different location. And I didn't finish my thought, but we're just gonna leave it hanging. I banded them together to bring them home because I wanted. Sometimes if I'm painting something at the office, I just leave it there and then come back and work on it tomorrow. Sometimes I want to finish it at home, so I brought it home. And I'm adding green, green, green. It's a very bright, happy green, isn't it? And there's a lot of greenery in this. And that's kind of been the goal with this little collection of wood slices I've been doing based on floral bouquets. I feel like I say bouquet weird every time I say it. I didn't need to say that though. I said it in a voiceover for the TikTok version of this video. And I was like, is that how you say that? And so I had to Google the pronunciation. Pronunciation? Oh my gosh, I'm second guessing everything. This is a problem with me, okay? I have no confidence in anything I say. I just looked up the pronunciation of the word pronunciation. That is so me. I do that with words if I'm texting, and it's a very common word that I've written many times. I'm like, that's not how that's spelled. Let me look that up. And then it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? You know, I don't know. It's from my deep-seated fear of embarrassment and of looking stupid that comes probably from school. It's also my face turns really red, and I have a great fear of that too because it exposes me even when I'm not embarrassed. Like, it's already red. It's just, if you're a person who points out that somebody's face is red, I need you to reflect on your life and question everything, because that is an evil that I personally can't comprehend. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but I do remember one time I was in class and I was called on for something, and we were in a group, and my friend said something to me, like whispered it, and then my teacher was like, "Oh, Katie's face is red. I wonder what did she say? What was that, a secret or something? Katie's face, your face is so red," in front of the whole class. And I was like, I'm trying not to hate you in this moment, but I am a little bit, and I resent you to this day. No, we can let that go. But also, why would you do that to me? I don't know. You know what? We go on tangents in these voiceovers, and that's okay. I was saying though that I was wanting to focus less on flowers and just, well, on my main flowers, because sometimes I fill up all the space with the flowers and then I barely have room for greenery, and so I really wanted to focus on having vines and flower buds with leaves everywhere and really make sure to leave room for that. And yeah, I really like these. I think they're fun. And here I am adding some little leaves. I love these little flowers. This is a close up of what I was talking about. See how I did the little red dots around the orange. And then the flower's a lighter orange, but like also yellowish kind of, and I'm adding a darker green and still adding a darker green. Sometimes I'm like, you use the sides of the oil pastels to get like a finer line and like you do less pressure. But sometimes I'm like, I still haven't looked up if there's a way to sharpen. Are there any that come like, I saw one time on Pinterest there was a picture of a drawing and then she had like pointed, they looked like pointed oil pastels. Can you sharpen oil pastels? Oh look. Oh, this says how to sharpen your hard pastels. What about soft pastels? Because I have soft pastels. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to. Listen, this is just a silly fun time. I'm here to, I guess, Google while I'm voiceovering. Anyways, I'm going back with another green. It wasn't, I think it was like it was a different green than the original green. Just, to add some, when in doubt, add more colors. Why not? I mean, not too many. The same variation of whatever color you are using. Yeah, exactly. I also decided to add another flower right there because I needed to break up those two big ones right there. I was like, ugh. And they were like, it just needed it, It just did. Sometimes you look at it and you're like, what does this need? It needs a little flower right there. And it was hard to not let the green, because when you layer pastels, sometimes whatever's underneath it, well, it just blends with it. So I was scraping some of it off, but I try to plan what I want before I lay down everything else. That's why I did the I don't know, whatever. Here I am picking off a cat hair, and I'm just blending away, just in like random little parts, and having a great time. I was watching Ocean's 8 while doing this, and it didn't really hold my attention well. I've seen it before. I just thought it would, and it didn't really. Is this yeah, this is at night. Also, the background of this picture, it was coral, and I really loved how that looked. And so instead of coloring the background, like the last time, I just added these little blob dots, kind of in the form of a flower, but not. Those flowers that like they taper up, but they're just they kind of look like little dots. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for understanding exactly what I'm saying with minimal description. Anyways, I'm going back and adding more green because some parts I was like, this is blended a little too well. I need some more marks in these certain spots, and just adding little leaves, and I keep looking back and then adding, and here she is. Look at her. She kind of looks like fruit punch. I almost called them fruit punch florals, but I was like, I don't know, maybe that's kind of weird. But I called them colorful garden florals. And now this is the print of it, the 8x10. Here's a sped up cool angle of how it's printing, because it actually takes forever in real life. And there she is. Again, I still have yet to try the spray that I got to seal them. I brought it today to the office. I may try it out. I need to test it, and then I keep forgetting to do something to what to test it on. But I'll probably sell the originals if I can make sure they're sealed. I will have a restock at the end of this month. But the print is on my website now, and she's so pretty. Okay, bye. Love you.